all, and I'm hoping the connection is good, because I was having a conversation with someone, and their request, although it sounded like it was one particular request, what it actually was a request to continue hiding. I'm sorry, I'm going to put this down. There we go. So, hiding versus your highest good. There's so many ways we hide. There's so many ways we are hiding from our potential, hiding from our finances. There's so many ways we're hiding from our gifts. There's so many ways we're hiding from the people that want to, hire you and to invite you places. You're hiring from opportunity, or hiding. I said hiring. Hiding from opportunity. When we're hiding, it's because on some level we don't believe we are worthy. And if we don't believe we're worthy of something, we will continue hiding with the story that not yet. This isn't my time yet. I'm not ready yet, right? So we all have some funky limiting beliefs, because as we begin to put ourselves out there and to trust in a better reality, to trust in the upgrades in our lives, we begin to shift these beliefs. But until we do the work to reveal them, right? To begin to look at, wow, I have this belief about myself and it has originated from my family, or I have this belief about my money because whatever. You start to really dig into these things. There's so many people out there that call themselves coaches or healers or whatever, and they're not coaching anyone. They're not doing their healing work on people. Why? Right? Why? Hi, Jessica. Yes, if you're here, say hello so that I know you're here. I think it's kind of late back in the States, but I am up. It's morning. It's like, I don't know, it's like 9:30 in the morning here. I already went to the gym. I'm going to go to the spa. I'm going to go into town and get some little souvenir stuff. Go check out this market. And then today is my last day in this town. Tomorrow I fly to New Delhi. I spend an overnight in New Delhi. We were going to go to Taj Mahal, decided not to because it just does not feel good to drive in the car that long, especially in India. For any of you guys who have been to India, the roads are a bit crazy and chaotic, and it just doesn't feel good to drive for 4 or 5 hours, right? Hi, Charlene. Hi, Michelle. Okay, so back to this story. And here's the deal. Hiding versus the highest good. I want you to be so honest about where you're hiding. I want you to be so freaking honest. One thing that I'm really great at is looking into women's lives and listening to what they're saying and to see where they're hiding. And I do this out of love because I know what it's like to hide. I know it's not serving you. I also know that there's people that are waiting on whatever that idea is that you have. There's someone that's waiting for it. I want you to also know that the ideas that you have, someone else has some similar ideas. And, it's been said that God works through people. It's also been said that God's work will be done with or without you. So with that being the case, you have to get really clear that, are you willing to be the channel? Are you willing to be the messenger? And are you willing to be the one that is that expression, which will also allow you the experiences that you desire, right? I always say that your gifts are your abundance. So if you have a desire to serve women, if you have a desire to serve children, if you have a desire to help people get healthy, if you have a desire to help people learn, fill in the blank. If you have this desire, it's for you. And there's abundance that's attached to that. Now, here's where people get messed up. Like my daughter always says, you got me messed up. People get messed up because they think that because they have a desire to start a website, or because they have a desire to start this coaching program, or because they have this desire to go out and start this, live event or whatever it is. They think because they have that desire that it's going to be easy, and that their first rejection comes and they go into hiding. Their first so-called failure happens and they go into hiding. They start making videos for 2 weeks and all of a sudden they're not getting they're not in superstardom yet and they want to go into hiding. That's not cool. It's not going to work like that, right? You have to show up consistently and be willing to navigate your own crap, your own fears and doubts and all that stuff, and be willing to navigate that so that you can come into a space of fully owning your gifts. So, hi, Samantha. Are you still on here? Samantha, I'm going to see you in Bali in a week. You guys know that I'm leaving for Bali tomorrow. Or no, I'm leaving India for Bali in 2 days. And then I'm going to be in Bali for 2 weeks. And then my ladies are coming out to stay with me for 1 week for the Glow Up Bali retreat. I'm thinking of putting the Bali retreat on sale at a lower price point for a limited offer while I'm in Bali, so that people can grab a couple spots. I'm playing with it. I need to get with my team. I haven't opened up my work email in like 3 or 4 days. So I have to really actually do that. I've been unplugging and being in the receiving, in the feminine mode for me, because I'm filling myself up so that I can be with the people that are coming into my life for me to coach them and to hold space for them. So back to this idea of your highest good. You know, I want to be just really honest with you, because I want you to really receive this. I want you to really receive this. And who's on here right now with me so I can know who's going to receive this message. If you're going to come on, if you're on the replay, let me know that you're here as well on the replay. But I want to be really honest with you so that you really receive this. Hi, Sarah. I always love when Sarah and I are on the right side of the world together, because usually we're on the opposite side. So now I'm on your side, sort of. So here's the deal. Here's just the truth. This is a factual thing. This is just like the way that the human experience has unfolded up until now. Hi, Natalie. There's going to be people that will live their entire life watching from the sideline, wishing things were different, wishing that they showed up for their gifts. There's going to be people that live their entire life knowing that they had something to give, and they're going to die never have given it. I don't want to be morbid. I don't want to be dark. I just want to let you know that that's the way it's going to happen. And what I never want, I don't want the people that I know that are in my life, I don't want them to be that. I'm very passionate about that. And the reason I'm so passionate about that is because I know what me surrendering to my gifts has done for my life. Not only that, I know what it's done for the people that have been supported by my gifts, right? I'm not special. I don't have any more privilege to the divine than you do. And I think that's something that we have to remember here. No one out there has more access to abundance than you. No one else out there has more access to God than you. Call it what you will. No one else has more access. There are people that have prepared themselves for that access. There are people that have learned to deepen into their 6th or 7th senses so that they could feel and hear and to see. There's people that have done that. Yes, I am one of those people, but you can do it too. But for some people, they can't turn their eyes and ears and energy away from the things like the fear, the doubt, the negativity, the stories, their past traumas. They are not willing to do that, and they miss out. They miss out. So I want you to know that you have to get on the other side of your own bullshit. And I know that's not fun to call it that, because who wants to face it and know that you've been the reason why you don't have the things that you desire? Right? And Jessica says, I'm so introverted. Possible fears, losing internal energy. So I'm working at building and sourcing more energy and believing I can't see the rest of it because it doesn't let me. Hi, Marie Claire. I hope you message me back on Instagram. I do want to come into town with you. I want to make this Facebook Live real quick, though. So what you just said about being introverted, I have the introverted story too, and I actually shared this on my Instagram last night, that I have this story about being introverted, and I'm like, I don't want to go to these places, and I like to be alone in the morning, and I want to drink my coffee and eat breakfast by myself. These are all stories, because my deep desire is for connection. Humans are born to connect. God is working through people, weaving us together all the time. It's by divine design. So when we stay in our fear and in our stories and in our limitations, we just keep ourselves in that space of stuck. And for women, especially women that have had traumas and things like that, which is something I resonate and relate to because I've been there, and a lot of my clients have been there as well, that can hold you back, because there are ways, like almost like kinks in your system, that you've learned to pull yourself away from the things you desire most. And you think it's because it's keeping you safe. and you're hiding. But when you're hiding not only from those things out there, right, in the world, you're hiding from yourself. And when you hide from yourself, when you abandon yourself, you will miss out on the highest good. And the highest good is not just your highest good, it's the highest good for all, right? So when we're praying and we're asking and we're surrendering to whatever it is that you feel called to do, you have a vision. Maybe it's for a business. Maybe it's for some sort of philanthropy. Maybe you have a vision for a family. Maybe you have a vision for just a really beautiful desire, something that you just feel that you desire. If that's a vision that you have, I want you to start playing with that and asking, show me the way to have this. Show me how I can rearrange my thoughts, how I can rearrange the way that I feel to align me with this. Show me how this can be a part of the highest good for all. Because life isn't supporting your small little requests and preferences. That's not what it's about. But when you say, I want to live this big, bold life, I want to have this level of abundance, I want to have these kinds of experiences, and it's attached to the highest good for all, miracles happen. That's like when things start to become miraculous. And for those of you that are helping other people, I need you to know that what you're doing is for the highest good of all. At any given point in time, there are women that are living like I used to be living, maybe like you used to be living, men too, children that are suffering. Things are happening on all sorts of places. You should see here where I'm at in India. I'm staying at this palace and it's gorgeous and, we're so supported and taken care of. But just outside of this palace, there are literally not only people that are hungry and living in these certain kinds of conditions, but there's animals that are dying because they're filled with, like cows that are filled with plastics. I mean, there's so many ways that we are being called to step up and to create shifts in awareness, shifts in consciousness, and to call people to rise. And if you're hiding in that, you need to stop. Like straight up, you need to stop. But I have an invitation for you. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lori. So Jessica says divinely supported through showing up. Absolutely. I want you to know that just because you're divinely supported doesn't mean that these things are going to be easy. We are not just spirit. We are also human. That means that we have the things that humans have. We do have an ego. We do have this inherent need to be loved and to be accepted and to belong. And when you're stepping up in a big, bold way and walking in alignment with your mission, there will be people that do not agree with it. There will be people that are triggered by your successes. There will be people that want to judge and that want to attack. And these are just it's part of it. It's part of it. So I want you to know that just because you're supported doesn't mean it's going to be a cakewalk. It's just not the way it goes. But the point of it is for you to be strengthened in your shine, for you to be strengthened on the path so that you walk differently, move differently, attract differently. And in that, you are going to have these moments, these pivots where you're called to make a choice, to rise up, to do something, kind of like how I was called to join this program and to make a decision. And I shared this the other day. If you haven't read the post, I would invite you to read that post, but especially for you moms out there. I have a place on my heart for women that are moms and also for women that just feel like financially they are really stuck. And there's these pigeons that sit outside of my window and they just look at me. I'm just like, you guys are kind of like, are you watching this live stream? So back to what I was saying about the women and the moms, but this is for anyone that feels like financially they feel stuck and they can't do things. We're always giving these decisions that seem like, oh my gosh, that feels really scary. But it becomes a new normal, right? And the only way that something upgraded will become a new normal is by you, making that first gutsy decision. Making the first gutsy decision and noticing how you're supported. And if you have moments of falling or failure, allowing yourself to grow from it, gaining the wisdom to pivot and all of those things. Only you can do that for yourself. And when I joined this program, I didn't know that I was going to have childcare. I didn't know that any of these things were going to happen. And it was all by divine design that now I got to come over here and now be away for 3 weeks and do all this traveling and enjoying and be in that space. But it wasn't easy. I had to have the faith. I had to have the trust. I had to be in that decision and have that one pointed focus that this is what is on my heart. This is going to be for the highest good for myself, for my family, for my clients, for everyone involved. And it's going to trickle into the lives of all of us, me, my family, my clients, and so on. How could I not? How could I not? I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to trust that all of the pieces will fall in place and I'll be supported through it. And right now, one of you is on the fence about a decision. And I'm going to give you another decision to be on the fence about, or really just get off the fence about and make a decision as a yes if it feels good to you. So for the women that feel like they are hiding and they're just tired of their own stuff, like you're tired of your own BS, I want to invite you to discuss what it's like to work with me. I'm bringing on new clients for February. We are going to start our official sessions in February in a week. And these women, of course, I'm going to pour all my love into, all of my co-creation within these sessions to work on what you want to create. How do you want to show up in the world? How are you going to make money? How do you want to build your platform? How do you want to speak and get your voice out there? And if it's not something that's quite clear yet, then it's really fine-tuning and really deepening into what's your soul purpose. Learning how to listen in those ways. Learning how to pull your attention away from the past stuff, from the old identity, from the things that hurt. Learning really these new modalities as well, because I have an entire toolbox of ways to really activate you, right? These are activations. So for those of you that really want to know what it's like to work with someone one-on-one, I love one-on-one work because you can't hide. People show up in group programs. People go to conference. There's people that are conference junkies and they never go beneath the surface because you don't have to at a conference. You don't have to in a group event. You don't have to in a group of 8 people online. You can hide. When it's one-on-one, there's no hiding. We don't hide. It's you and me. And I don't let you play in your BS. I call you to grow. I call you to rise. And of course, anywhere where we need to dig in and to heal and reveal and awaken, that is done too. So if you're looking for a deeply spiritual and healing approach to living in your greatness, then I want to invite you to explore what that would be like. Because there's so many ways that we're hiding and we don't know we're hiding because it's just a pattern of being. It's just a pattern of being. So I'm going to bring on 3 more clients. I just signed on a brand new client for February and I'm so excited to get working with her. And it was so interesting because she actually found me through one of my old YouTube videos. And that, I just want to share with you, that's the power of getting your stuff out there. Getting your stuff out into the world. Let your content be the little soldiers that do work for you. It will align you with the people that are meant to find you always. But I want to just invite you ladies that want to just deepen. You want to deepen, you want to soften, you want to move in a more feminine way and really grow your impact, your business, show up in a new level of leadership. This would be definitely an option for you. So we have 3 spots, 3 more women I'm going to sign on to work with me in this really beautiful one-on-one capacity. Reach out to me. If it's something that speaks to you, I would love to chat with you and I would let you know if it's a good fit or not a good fit. And if it's not a good fit, you know, there's always something in the future that we can discuss. But I say this, why would you ever wait for a transformation? So much can happen in a transformation. There's no need to wait. Your money is always being replenished. And so when I work with people, we're working on worthiness, we're working on wealth consciousness, we're working on your intuition and your connection to the divine. So when we're doing all of this, you're just becoming more and more of who you really are. And who you really are is already abundant, already blessed, already joyful. You are not your past experiences. So I invite you, I'm going to get off of here now because I have some things to do. I'm going to go get a facial. I'm going to go into town and come to follow me on Instagram stories if you don't already, because you can follow along in the adventures to this new city in India tomorrow and then off to Bali for all of that. And then, of course, to see how the Glow Up Retreat goes. For those of you ladies that are thinking about Glow Up Bali 2021. 2021. It's getting crazy out here. All right, my friends, have a beautiful day. Bye.